Shadows of Deceit. In the bustling city of Calabar, Nigeria, Bruno Okafor lived a seemingly perfect life. At 36, he was a successful businessman, married to Amina with their delightful daughter Lily. But behind closed doors, Bruno's life was a warehouse of deception and betrayal. Bruno's lies began to crumble when Nkechi, his girlfriend, feared that she had contracted HIV from her ex-boyfriend. Panicking, she confided in Bruno, who, despite his calm demeanor, was inwardly terrified. Desperate to preserve his image, Bruno sent money to Nkechi through Kelvin for an urgent test. The agonizing wait for results was a torment filled with sleepless nights. When the results came back negative, Bruno felt relief, but the cracks in his carefully crafted lies deepened. Unknown to Amina, Bruno's deceit extended beyond Nkechi. He also had a mistress named Kemi, who lived in Canada. When Kemi visited Nigeria, Bruno lied that he was going on a business trip to Benin and sending Amina hospital pictures he downloaded from Google to maintain his lies. One fateful evening, Bruno carelessly used Amina's laptop to access his social media and email accounts, forgetting to log out in his haste to meet Kemi. Later, while putting Lily to sleep, Amina stumbled upon the open tab. Curiosity led her to discover messages, photos, and emails exposing Bruno's infidelity with over 23 women, including call girls. Amina was overwhelmed with emotions, betrayal, anger, heartbreak. She spent the night sifting through evidence, reconstructing Bruno's web of lies. By morning, she had made up her mind. When Bruno returned, Amina confronted him. Her voice was steady, masking the storm inside. Bruno, caught off guard, attempted remorse, weaving tales of seduction and blackmail, begging for forgiveness. But Amina saw through all his lies. She recalled all the messages where Bruno boasted about his exploits with friends, displaying no regret at all. Amina decided to leave. She sought legal counsel, gathering evidence meticulously. Bruno, sensing control slipping away, hired private investigators to discredit Amina. Failing that, he resorted to blackmail, threatening to expose her family secrets if she pursued divorce. Not bothered by his tantrums, Amina reached out to Kelvin, confronting his involvement as revealed in messages. Under duress, Kelvin disclosed Bruno's manipulation, strengthening Amina's resolve. Months later, tragedy struck when Amina's mother, in whom she has found comfort after so much pain, died. Amina stood by her mother's graveside, surrounded by family and friends, offering condolences. Bruno approached hesitantly, his usual confident character replaced by a look of remorse. His eyes were sad, his voice shaking with remorse as he pleaded for forgiveness. "I'm sorry, Amina," Bruno murmured, his words heavy with regret. "I know I've hurt you deeply, but please, let's try to work things out. I want to come home. I want us to be a family again." Amina was torn. The wounds of betrayal were still raw, but amidst the pain of her mother's passing with the memories of happier times with Bruno, she found herself wavering. Against her better judgment, she allowed Bruno back into their home. For a while, things seemed hopeful. Bruno was attentive, making promises of change and showering Lily with affection. Amina desperately wanted to believe in their reconciliation, hoping against hope that Bruno had truly turned the corner. But reality so shattered her fragile optimism. Amina discovered more damning evidence of Bruno's infidelity hidden in obscure corners of their shared spaces. Shockingly, she unearthed messages that revealed Bruno's involvement with a 16-year-old girl, promising her gifts and money in exchange for sex. Devastated and enraged, Amina confronted Bruno once more. This time, her voice shook with anger and disbelief. Bruno, caught red-handed, had no defense. His apologies rang hollow, his promises of change mere echoes of previous lies. Adding insult to the injury, Amina realized the extent of Bruno's financial manipulation. While he freely spent money on his mistresses and lavish gifts, He had begrudgingly provided her with major allowances for household upkeep and Lily's needs. The disparity between his generosity towards others and his neglect towards his own family cut Amina to the core. Faced with irrefutable proof of Bruno's moral bankruptcy and selfishness, Amina made a final decision.